So much for joining us. All right, moving on. Tonight, Pakistan will face Bangladesh in a virtual semi-final, with the winner earning the right to challenge India in the grand final on Sunday, which is the 28th of September. The tension is palpable as both teams are coming off contrasting fortunes in this thrilling T20 tournament. Let's set the stage. Pakistan, led by Salman Ali Agha, are desperate to keep their Asia Cup hopes alive after morale-boosting 5-wicket victory over Sri Lanka on the 23rd of September. Their bowlers, spearheaded by Shaheen Shah Afridi's 3 for 28, restricted Sri Lanka to 133, while Hussain Talat, 32 not out of 30 balls, and Mohammad Nawaz, 38 not out of 24, showed composure to seal the chase. However, Pakistan's batting has been inconsistent, especially after their top order collapse against India earlier in the Super 4. They'll need to bring their A game against a resilient Bangladesh side, particularly on a Dubai pitch that's been spin-friendly and tough for the middle order batsmen. Bangladesh, meanwhile, are licking their wounds after a 41-run defeat to India last night, September 24th, at the same venue, chasing 169. Bangladesh crumbled to 127 in 19.3 overs, with Saif Hassan's gritty 69 of 51 balls being the lone bright spot. India's spinners, led by Kuldeep Yadav, alongside Varun Chakravarti and Jasprit Bumrah, exposed Bangladesh's batting frailties. With only one other batter reaching double digits, earlier Bangladesh's bowlers, including Mustafizur Rahman and Tanzim Hassan Saqib, did well to restrict India to 168 for 6 after a blazing 77-run opening stand by Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill. A brilliant run out by Rishad Hussain and tight bowling in the dead overs kept India in check, but Bangladesh's batting collapse sealed their fate. Let's take a look at some stats, and of course we will also be discussing what's next. All right, let's see what actually both the teams have been in for. Pakistan versus Bangladesh. The current ICC T20 international ranking for Pakistan is 7th, and Bangladesh, of course, still being contending as a minnow at number 9. Though we do get to see a lot of grit from Bangladesh, a lot of spunk and heart, but it's a team that usually, falls under pressure, when some of their stalwarts walk back to the pavilion or are not able to pick up wickets. Head-to-head so far, the last T20 matches, Pakistan, of course, on the brighter side with 3 wins, and Bangladesh with 2 wins. That's a tight, head-to-head that these two teams have had, so it will make this match even more interesting. In T20 internationals of the last 20 matches, Pakistan has won 15 times and Bangladesh 5 times. And of course, this ratio is not only intimidating for Bangladesh, but it could also, in fact, help you predict what's going to happen today. But you never know. Game of cricket, unpredictable. All right, Pakistan in Asia Cup. Of the 5 matches they have played, they have lost to India. They have lost twice to India, rather, and they've been able to beat Oman, UAE and Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is obviously out of this tournament. They will be playing India in a dead rubber game. But don't let these 2 losses against India fool you, because Pakistan is a country that has come back in the past from situations like these. Bangladesh, of course, have lost 2 of their matches as well. The report card is very similar to what Pakistan has done. In fact, they have lost to Sri Lanka. They have beaten Sri Lanka as well. They have lost to India just last night. They have won against Afghanistan and, of course, won against Hong Kong as well. So both the teams are in fact primed to put up a fight, but Pakistan at this point in time looks the better of the 2. In Asia Cup, of course, Pakistan is leading with people like Saeem Ayub, who have picked up 6 wickets. Shaheen Afridi, of course, the toast for the Pakistani fast bowling department, with another 6 wickets. Haris Rauf, the person who's raked up a lot of controversy. There's also a complaint against him for making some inarticulate gestures at the boundary line, which the ICC is probing into. Bangladesh with, of course, Mustafizur Rahman, Their pick of the bowlers, Taskin Ahmed and Mehdi Hassan, with 4 wickets, are going to be the people who could wreak havoc. But this is a spin-friendly wicket, so how the fast bowlers are going to do is going to be an interesting thing to watch out for. Top 3 batters for Pakistan is Sahibzada Farhan, Fakhar Zaman, Mohammad Haris, and for the Bangladeshis, it's Tawheed Hridoy, Litton Das, and Saif Hassan. Litton Das, of course, has been around for the Bangladeshi team for a very, very long time. His experience, his pragmatism, and his common sense in these conditions could give them the edge unless they buckle under pressure, which Pakistan is pretty much capable of producing when you have these tight games. Remember, Pakistan is perhaps one team that cannot take pressure when it comes to playing India, but against all the other teams, Pakistan is a different animal altogether. So we could be, in fact, up for a game where Pakistan and India will collide in the finals as well. Let's also talk about this. Joining us at this point in time to discuss what's going to happen is Mr. Sunil Yash Kalra. He's the founder of the Indian Sports Fan. Taus Rizvi, senior sports journalist, also with us on the program. Sunil, I'll begin with you. I hope you can hear me.
Thank you, Vineet, for having me on the
show. All right. Well, first up, Pakistan is, of course, a team which cannot be written off. If you remember, the only World Cup, the 50-over World Cup that Pakistan has won, under the leadership of Imran Khan, they were written off. There was no Pakistan coming back, but it was their grit, it was their performance under pressure. India was out by that time. It was their performance against Australia and England which brought them back into the contention. Are we going to see that kind of a spirit from Pakistan yet again when they play Bangladesh? I'm saying all of this for the spirit of the game. I'm not talking about whether India should play Pakistan or not. Right now, we're just representing what Pakistan represents.
Well, absolutely. Vineet, if you look at the campaign in the last 1 week, 10 days, all you could hear was the surround sound of handshake, no handshake, Andy Pycroft, Indian team not meeting them. Then they are asking for suspension. Now suddenly the dust seems to have settled down and they're now looking at cricketing part. See, no doubt when cricketing talent comes in, Pakistan is superior to Bangladesh. But having said that, Bangladesh is a very gritty customer. I was watching them last year for the Under-19 World Cup. In fact, they're the Under-19 World Asia Cup champions. If you look at the stats, and they've defeated India, Pakistan, and they defeated a lot of other teams where Vaibhav Suryavanshi played a very nice inning. But at the same time, the new Bangladesh team is in transition as well, but with very 4 names that you took are well within the pace. So I think it's going to be 50-50 even situation. Pakistan talks more, they talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. So that's a big problem to Pakistan, and it's been there ever since that we've started watching cricket, you and I. Vineet.
Right. All right, fair enough. That's your analysis, and of course, Pakistan is a team which needs to sort of put in the gap between the lip and the cup. But Taus, the fact of the matter is, when it comes to both these nations, is Pakistan that's always considered Bangladesh, a minnow. It's a virtual semi-final, but Pakistan's hot and cold campaign will collide with Bangladesh's hunger in this virtual semi-final.
Yeah, of course. 1992, the 90s Pakistan team and today's team. I mean, there is a huge difference. I mean, they were fighters. There was Imran Khan, there was Javed Mia, there was Wasim Akram in 1992. And today you talk about your name players. I mean, there are hard and say that we can fight back. I mean, there is Shaheen Shah Afridi, but he's been completely off color. If you saw what he went against India, Haris Rauf, I mean, what Virat Kohli did, humiliated him in the past, and it still haunts him. Do you count the batsmen on the fingers? I mean, you will only find Fakhar Zaman, who's got all the experience. Otherwise, he's not performing, or maybe he's not delivering the way he should have been. But yeah, it's still a good side. I mean, they have come good. I mean, if you saw whatever happened in the earlier stages of the Asia Cup, they have been pretty ordinary. Yeah, they have defeated Minos, but they were struggling against India. They were struggling, which is the number one side in the world. Then Sri Lanka, somewhere or the other, Super 8, you started showing. They started maturing in the later stages of the game. That is Super 4. I mean, if you saw against Sri Lanka what they did, it was not an easy win. Yeah, there was some friction. There was some fight between Sri Lanka and Pakistan. Then you saw Bangladesh. They put up a fight in the first game. So I think from what Bangladesh has derived from yesterday's game, where they had almost restricted India, they had put them on the back foot. They had created a lot of trouble for the team India, which is now. I mean, if everything is out now, which was heavily dependent on Abhishek Sharma, they have exposed the middle order right now. So Bangladesh will take a lot of confidence from yesterday's game. If they come out with the belief, they definitely have the ability to upset Pakistan. I'm saying upset, although it's a young side. Both teams are young, but the battle will be between the two bowling outfits. Batters are amateurs, youngsters. There is a mix of Litton Das somewhere here and there, or maybe a Fakhar Zaman. Both teams batsmen have failed and haven't delivered up to the mark. It's the bowlers that have done the things for them right now. So I think it's going to be a tough contest, but it's the battle between the bowlers.
And Sunil, we need to give it to the Bangladeshi bowlers as well. They did in fact come back with a lot of heart after Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill got off to that wonderful start. But when you talk about Bangladesh and Pakistan, let's not forget that they beat Pakistan in Bangladesh just in July in a home series, 2-1. But they must be looking to forget how they fared against India in their last match. But they would definitely want to remember how they beat Pakistan at home in July.
Well, absolutely. In July, I mean, in late July, I had an opportunity of meeting Phil Simmons, the legendary the opener of West Indies. He's the current coach of the Bangladesh team, and I was just having a casual chat with him, and he told me that these guys play fearlessly because they don't have big contracts, they don't have any calling in any of the big legendary matches, invitation, nothing. So what they have, this is their only role, survival for them. So if they have to create some niche for themselves and market for themselves, they all know that they have got to play some extraordinary cricket. I'll take you back to yesterday's match. Remember the first over, India could score only 4 runs. In the last over, India could score only 4 runs. That shows, and they bowled around 80 odd dot balls. So when you bowl dot balls, you restrict like a python, which does to its victim. You just very slowly and without making a big difference, you just completely constrict them. And this is what Bangladesh does. Also, Vineet, the final point is, whenever India lost a wicket last night, 2 deliveries were dot balls immediately after that, barring Abhishek Sharma's wicket. So if you have 5 or 6 or 7 wickets, they come down very heavily onto you. They just restrict you. So therefore, that is a cause of concern for Team Pakistan. Bangladesh understands the game strategy very well. Bangladesh is playing for their survival. Pakistan, on the other hand, is playing for theatrics, the media highlights or the media headlines or whatever, and they've been failing in those two parts. I mean, I don't see top 3 batters of Pakistan and Bangladesh much different from what you see the other competition. That's why I give them 50%, 50-50 even thing. And again, as I said, I reflected to Phil Simmons, the coach, who said they're only playing for survival.
All right. On that note, on that positive note, survival for Bangladesh and Pakistan, we'll call it a show. Taus and Sunil, appreciate you taking out the time and speaking with us. We have run out of, things to in fact talk about, because we haven't run out of things, but we have run out of time to share some of the things that we can talk about. We'll take a short break now. More news and updates on the other side.